Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and a user scenario by Fritz X Machina, who is live in the Twitch chat. It's keeping me right. Let's get into it. So the Dutch, not the French, the Dutch, the Dutch have ordered a heavy cruiser from the French to protect the East Indies, and they are going into action. I'm heavily outnumbered, no tech advantage. It's going to be tough, but my job is to sink the enemy transports, not necessarily the enemy cruisers. So you have the heavy cruiser 1 and 2. We'll go with the 1, the 2 I mean, I think. Let's go for the... There are only 2 sizes of this. Okay, let's go for the medium one then. Engines... Assume they wanted a marine diesel for efficiency purposes. It's going to limit our speed though. Tower-wise, just go for the cheapest one to be honest. Secondary tower. There's not too much in it. Go for this one. Although, yeah, we'll go for this. We'll go for this one. There we go. Now then, didn't it have a name? You didn't mention that it had to have a name, but if you want to name this Dutch ship, then you may do so. Right. No, Napoleon is not a good name for a Dutch ship. I suspect. Now I've got 52 smoke, which is Mega Funnel 2. 0. Perfect. And 100%, can we get to 34 knots? Not quite. 33 knots it is. Okay, William of Orange would be definitely more appropriate. Now, the request was for an all-forward firing design. Let's have a look at what kind of guns we get access to. Oh, they're all Mark 5s. Okay. The question then becomes 9s or 8s. Or seeing if I can go bigger than that. I was wondering if I could get quads, but this one is not tall enough. Oh well, we can still do a triple super firing setup. What would the Dutch Admiralty prefer? I could go all the way up to 11s in theory, but they won't be super duper firing. So 9s are the most I can get away with for that. Oh no, they don't. They won't go on this one. Although I can do it with a medium. Let's go 8s then. Really? Why are you being so annoying? There we go. That is an incredibly short front armament. We've got a little bit of a full weight offset. But I have a plan. Lovely stuff. Right. Possibly not quite what the Dutch had in mind, but it's what I have in mind. There we go. How about that? Yeah, the Willem van Orange. 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 There we go. What do we think of the gun setup? A, B, C, X, Y, triple eights? Seems perfectly reasonable to me. Right, secondary guns. Can we fit any of those sexy 5-inch duals in? Potentially, but not very well. Maybe. A couple of 4-inch quad guns. There and there, as well as really here would be good. Right, what about 2-inch? Oh, lovely stuff. Well, that should be enough firepower. That's very good. What is Dakka in Dutch? Oh yeah, I don't know why that was colliding with the rear turret, but apparently they didn't like that. Yeah, I think this thing will do nicely. Maybe shoving a torpedo launcher on the back. Just a triple launcher. Just in case. Okay, I think I can make this work. Right. Let's go for a turbo-electric shaft 3, button 4, no anti-torpedo bulge. Radar, of course. Torpedoes. Let's go for 22-inch fasts. Autoloaders. Electro, hydro. Super heavy high TNT. Yeah, why not? It's all good. Range, medium, bulkhead standard. Should be fine. Armour needs a little bit of beefing up. Say 15 on the turret. 12 on the belt. 6 on the extended belt. Turret tops could use with more. say 7.5. Secondary at 3 is probably fine. Very long range, because it has to operate in the Pacific. No, we're not going to be able to increase the bulkheads at all. For the radio? No, no way. Can we get belt extended up a little bit? A little bit. Actually, instead of that, let's armour up the tower instead. Just a little bit more. There we go. Yes, we have some torpedoes. Not much in the way of torpedoes, but we have a lot of firepower. A little bit of an half weight offset. Perfect. Perfectly balanced. Yes. I think this ship is a little much, personally, but at 48 million, it's not cheap, so goddamn I love French cruiser turrets. That's a lot of firepower. Okay, let's go. Yep, 15 inches of armour on the turret. Armour is too light. It's like battleship grade armour. Not quite, because the deck is a little bit thinner than you'd find on a battleship. But, yeah. It would be Guilder. Dutch unit of currency, wouldn't it? What was the belt? Yeah, it's a 12.6 belt. Oh, come on, Automod. Bjorn, I think the use of the word, which is very common in the Netherlands for something that stops the country from flooding, is of course also slang for a particular type of sexual orientation, and Automod didn't like it. You might have a point, Thread. So with a light cruiser, I'm just going to pause quickly. So with a light cruiser, you are limited to 6 inches max on any one facing. I think heavy cruisers should probably have a similar limit. They do actually have a limit, but it's 25, and I think they should maybe put it down to like 12. That's still huge, but 12 or maybe even 10. You misspelled it so Automod wouldn't flag it. I know, it's so silly. Right, we have the Dehorter, which has a lot of torpedoes. Switch those off, please, and smoke up. I don't want you firing those straight away. And the Milan. And the William of Orange. Ready for battle. Right, let's go see what the enemy has brought. That is a big heavy cruiser. Oodles of torpedoes, which I'm not overly fond of seeing. I did put sonar on this thing, right? Yeah. Good, good, good. And even more torpedoes over there. Just fabulous. Oh well. Easy solution to that is, of course, Dagger. Let's get the guns on target. Sheer quantity of... I mean, a ship like that would be crazy. What's the ship with the most, like, heavy cruiser with 8-inch guns in World War II? I know they did some with 4 triple turrets, I think. But 5? Particularly that layout. Am I streaming tomorrow? Yes, hopefully. Assuming my COVID jab doesn't knock me out completely. Mogami had 5 triples. Okay, 5 triple eights. Okay, so we are in the realm of historicals. This, but I don't think Mogami had 15 inches of Tyrant armor. Right, let's get in there. Got forward firing guns for a reason. Going to put the main guns on save, because one thing I have noticed, if you are using auto loaders in this type of engagement, you can run out of ammunition unreasonably fast. This first enemy torpedo spread. A lot of enemy torpedoes. Which are all wasted. You know what would make my day is if they had reduced torpedoes. Da, 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 da. Is armor too light on battleships? No. I think the armor is fine. I think the anachronism is the super armoured heavy cruiser, such as I am using. I don't think those were a real thing. Armour is too light in the game? It can be. So one of the things that I've noticed playing around more recently is once you start requiring your ships to have reasonable range, and you try and fit things like radios and torpedo belts, then you really can't fit a lot of armour. And I think maybe once the campaign comes out, things that people like myself really don't prioritise much at the moment will become way more important. For instance, I have a suspicion that torpedo belts will become very important because your ships can be attacked by submarines and mines on the strategic map. And if they have torpedo belts or not, or triple hulls and things like that, will affect whether they get killed or not. Is my guess. Right, let's try an experimental launch against the Kuma. We'll probably miss, but I'll have to try. I've spotted the transports at least. Torpedoes away. Kuma has detected. Oh, sorry, it wasn't the Mogami, it was the Suzuya, which had the 5 888s. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. Monroe armoured cruisers. I know, I do love them. They're a really nasty prospect. But once again, I think the AI could use a little bit of instruction on what convoy defence is. As they... Here are the escorts. And here's the convoy. And I am going to head right in between them. Speaking of Japanese heavy cruisers, 6-inch guns and boatloads of torps. Great. And my hope that they had reduced torpedoes is proving to be not the case. Although the Kuma has fired quite a lot. So they don't have increased, which is something at least, I suppose. Increased would make me so very sad. No, leave my destroyer alone. Come on, Milan. Da, da, da. Yeah. Oh, mind you, I think the first video I did with this stream was USA, so. Tell you what, Milan, you are getting beaten up. You can fire on the Kuma if you have a shot. Really? Even if you don't have a shot? No, no, down she goes. You did well, Milan. You did well. Especially if you land a torpedo hit. Kuma... Oh, come on. Don't tell me you can fit in that gap. Oh, you lucky sod. Look at that. That is outrageous. Outrageous. Open fire. All weapons. Apart from torpedoes. It's just pure BS. I know. The AI is just so good at avoiding torpedoes. You really have to overwhelm it to get a hit in. Firing at a single ship with torpedoes is very, very difficult. Dehorter is pretty much floundering now. As usual for a Bunro battle, the destroyer is just getting minced. Slash being torpedo bait. Torpedoes do actually work if you use them to finish off enemies, I'm finding. So if you can like hurt an enemy and then finish it off with torpedoes, that can be effective. But if you're using them as an alpha strike weapon, often as they don't work. But I thought that was pretty harsh. I thought my destroyer had done enough, the Milan there, to earn a hit. Oh well. A vicious mauling from 8-inch guns will have to do, I suppose. Maximum bulkheads means that they are irritating to put down though. Right, don't bother with the cruisers, they're miles away. And if they're going to be stupid enough to leave the transports to me, well, I guess we'll just have to prevent an invasion. Didn't even get the main guns on target that time. This is where these small guns absolutely come into their own. Absolutely piling on damage, mainly from 2-inch guns. Although an 8-inch doesn't hurt. Down goes the second transport. and third not long after. Right, get the last one. There are only 4 of them, I think. Good hit. Hio desperately trying to run away. That was an 8-inch shell. And another. And that's over. Right, well, invasion averted. I will now defer to Netherlands Command, aka Fritz. Just get the hell out of there. Yeah, we can do that. We can bug out, or we can try and close in and kill these ships, but they do have a lot of torpedoes. What would you like us to do? Speaking of torpedoes, sneaky. Worth more alive, so we should remove ourselves from the battle in that case with a pretty much intact ship. We took 4 hits, none of which went through the armour, so there's a couple of dents to work out, but otherwise we're fine. Barely used any shells. Yes, we lost the 2 destroyers, but enemy is out of range, and we've successfully disengaged after murdering their transports. So I think I think the William of Orange has done her job, and those destroyers bravely sacrificed themselves to prevent an invasion of the Dutch East Indies. It'll buff out. Q score through the roof. Well, I mean, I did lose the 2 destroyers. It depends the value assigned to the transports. But in this case, it was paramount, because that means no invasion, which is big news. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, those of you on YouTube, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye-bye.